Hey girls, load the spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, man, the girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard others thought only get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Oh, yeah. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, J. King Hefner, the beautiful Cali Sun, and the beautiful Mara Blade. And we're back again for another show. And the title of today's show is Ultra Realism, RealDoll, and Robotics. Part 2, baby. Part 2. It's a continuation from yesterday. Man, that show was fun, and it just took an unplanned turn. The beginning of that show, I was breaking down all these different RealDolls that are pre-configured. And if you get any one of those RealDolls, you can get $1,000 off. And so I actually underestimated RealDoll, to be quite honest with you. I thought I was just going to go through the page, sort of look at the girls and give you my opinion on the girls. But I realized I couldn't give my full opinion on the girls unless I clicked on them and really examined what type of bodies they had and what type of look they had and all of that. And that rabbit hole ended up turning to a 4-hour show after answering questions and things of that nature. I had a moment of technical difficulties where the show blinked out. So it was a lot going on, but it was actually a fun time. And it led me to not getting to a lot of things that I want to get to today. But before I say anything else, I want to say God bless everybody for tuning in wherever you are. And if you're tuning in later, God bless you as well. We thank you for your time. It's super duper important. The most important thing we have is our time. So when you choose to spend a little bit of it with us, me and the girls are extremely appreciative of that. We want to say God bless your lives, whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, or believing for, whether it's health, finances, new relationships, human or synthetic, whatever they are. We pray you have it. We ask you believe it, then you'll receive it. So before I get any before I get any deeper into the conversation, I do want to say a lot of people have been asking about me breaking down, other vendors or other manufacturers or stuff like that. And I've been trying to do that the whole time I've had the show. I've been going through manufacturers and vendors the whole time. So if you haven't been a fan of the show or you're a new fan of the show, you can go back and see a lot of other times where I've broken down vendors and things of that nature. Now, this is a bit more extensive, and I won't do everybody probably this extensive, but I am going to go through pretty much every vendor in the world, uh, and every manufacturer, and break a lot of things down. Wait a minute, hold on, guys. If you don't know a lot about this show, man, a lot of stuff seems to fly or get attached to my my face, like fur and all type of stuff flying through the air right when the show starts. It's funny every time. But yeah. So yeah, don't worry about if I'm not talking about exactly what you want to talk about right now. You can always still ask me. I still like you asking me and being interactive and asking questions. But uh, like I say, I may have already been through your favorite vendor or manufacturer, so you can check back in my history. But as I go forward, I definitely be breaking down vendors and manufacturers even more, and I will do even more extensive looks like I'm doing with RealDoll right now. But I'm really hyped about RealDoll. Want to break them down because I've honestly, once again, been meaning to do these shows that I'm doing right now for months. I've been meaning on doing this, and my viewer Austin Steele, if he ever was to pop up, he'll tell you that I asked him about doing these shows like in October. We were supposed to do this like in October, so uh, that just lets you know how God is blessing me with shows to do. I have so many shows to do that my shows get backed up for months. So that's amazing. MGTOW, Dr. MGTOW in the house. What up, doctor? Good to see you, brother. He said right on time again. Oh yeah, man. Good to have you, man. Last night's stream was wild, fun. Ended up going a little longer than I thought because I try to keep these about 1 hour, 2 hours, but that joker went out to double that time, and I hadn't done a live stream that long in a while, but it was super fun, MGTOW. Glad to have you here today, though. CM Newton says, those dolls look like Donna from Indianapolis. Ooh-wee. I don't know who Donna is from Indianapolis, but I just say this. God bless everybody that I've met in my life, but hopefully she don't look like a Donna that I know. Hopefully my girls don't remind you of a Donna that I remember. But either way, Dr. MGTOW says, I was working last night. Oh, most definitely, MGTOW. Well, you still gonna catch a good show because today is going to be a bit more of a field trip. Or it's that class that you go to in elementary school where you basically get a chance to sort of put the books up and watch little movies and things like that during class. So that's really what today's show is all about. So the title of the show is Ultra Realism, RealDoll, and Robotics. So basically, I want to hit the subject of RealDoll again because I knew it was a lot of things that I had sort of missed as far as I wanted to go over all the bodies. Recently, I went over all the frequently asked questions and things of that nature. And this time I want to go through their pre-configured bodies. They have these, whatever it may be. It may be a Stacy or a Gwen, whatever the doll's name is. They have versions of the doll like 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. And the 1.0 and 2.0 and 3.0, they all basically mean different makeup configurations or maybe even a different body for that particular model of girl, whichever face that is. So that face may look a certain way as a 1.0, but in a 2.0, I promise you, just by makeup change, lipstick change, and sometimes a body, a body change, the doll looks totally different. But if you were to buy one of those dolls, you would get $1,000 off because it's a pre-configured, version that they've constructed. Well, remember this: whether you buy a real doll or any other doll, do not ever go directly to their site. If you want to be a great supporter of the show, come through me, meaning that you will come through the channel, look in the description of the video. You will see the links for all of my vendors that are trusted and going to give you legitimate brands. You don't have to worry about getting cheated. As well as it's a link for a real doll. It's an actual link for a real doll. So I have real doll and every other great vendor, a great brand in the world through my vendors. So whenever you do decide to get a companion dog, you come back through me. But I was breaking down RealDoll in a whole different way because I was like, man, I hadn't really realized that I didn't really study every single one of those 1.0s, 2.0, and 3.0 models. I had just sort of always looked over the page, noticed the ones I really liked, but I didn't break each one of them down. And that's what I did yesterday. It took a lot longer than I thought, but it was super duper fun. And man, I became a fan of several more of their girls just based off of those pictures. So once again, if you're ever interested in checking out RealDoll or any other of my vendors, go to the description of my video or the about section of my YouTube channel. But as for today, man, I'm really intrigued with Matt McMullen. He is the owner of RealDoll, the one who began RealDoll. And as I do my research, I always run across these owners that I call, well, I feel like they're a little bit different. They're more than just businessmen, people that are looking to make a buck. Yeah, they want to be successful, but they are also artists, and they actually do care about people who are buying their product. So I do always gravitate towards companies when I can hear their owners speaking, especially when I feel like it's from the heart. Uh, and they really do want to, make people's lives better because, like I say, I want to be successful, but my main focus is trying to, help people's lives be better, add something to your life out there, give you some information that you probably, didn't have time to look for. You see what I'm saying? I want to be a help and a resource to you. That's my first purpose. And I love to see owners that's their first purpose. They love what they do. Anything else is just a byproduct of it. Anything else. And I'm gonna tell you something. I've always been a fan of RealDoll. They were like the company that really got me interested in companion dogs. But I really love listening to Matt McMullen because he's that type of owner, man, that he cares and loves what he does. He cares about and loves what he does. And that means, it's just like that family member that's cooking for you, your mother, your auntie, or whoever it may be. Like they say, when they put love in that pot, you're going to get some good food. That's when you're going to get the good food. And that's why I love my Iron Tech doll sitting over on the bed, Marblade. She was done with love. I really love Iron Tech doll. I've looked at a lot of companies and, truth be told, I've been liking them all, but Iron Tech doll is one of those companies for me that just stands above the rest as far as they just really care about what they do. That girl I have is a work of art, and from what I've seen, any doll you get from them will be a work of art. RealDoll, I haven't touched one with my own hands, but I feel the same way about them. I feel the same way about, even though I've never touched the Zelex, I would love to look at one, up close, but I love Zelex doll, Starpery, another brand that I'm really into. All the brands I've looked at, once again, they're not Dog King certified because I don't own one, but from what I'm looking at, all these companies are, have something great to offer. Sino Doll, I just took a look at them. They used to be ahead of the game. To me, they got to catch up a little bit, even though they look very realistic dolls. I love a San Huey doll. They may have some catching up to do as well as far as just different options, but I love that company, San Huidor. I'm a big fan of them. So I'm a fan of a lot of brands. Uh, I'm a fan of a lot of these brands out here, but it's just the fact that I haven't heard from all of their owners. Now, a few brands that I heard from their owners is Iron Tech Doll, San Huidor, and I think I heard from Sino Dolls, boss. Now, all of them did sound passionate though. All of them did sound passionate, but Matt, I've heard him talk the most. I've had access to more of his videos, but all of them that I just mentioned, I loved hearing what they had to say. They were all passionate about, producing companion dogs. So today we're going to take a look at a few videos. I'm trying to look down here and see which video I'm going to look at first. What do you think, Kelly? What do you think, Kelly? Yeah. I think I'm going to take a look at this first video where he's getting interviewed by this lady. She's a cute girl too. I actually like her. But I'm going to take a look at this one, I think. We're going to take a look at this. Hold on. No. There you go. Where am I trying to get to? About right here. Yep. Oh. Yep. So we're going to employ the old headphones tonight. We're going to employ the old headphones. And we're going to do a little video watching, and then I'm going to let you know how I feel about these videos on after I show you the pieces that I want to show you. Let me stretch this out a little bit. Okay. We'll go up to about right here. Yeah. So she's basically interviewing Matt here, and I'm trying to see what I have. Okay. In this section, supposedly Matt is talking about the dolls having a presence. So let's see what he has to say. Let me make sure I'm sharing it right. Okay, look like I'm sharing it right.
Interested to see how far along he's come.
I think the first kind of feeling I had when I walked in was that there were way more people here than there actually are.
Yes, and it's funny because one of the coolest things I think about the dolls that we make is that they do convey a presence, and they kind of feel like there's someone in the room, even though they're not.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this almost 20 years, and I make the things, and I still get that feeling.
Now, that's the only part I want to show you on that. And what I really loved about what he said right there was something that I've told people. These dolls have a presence. You know, I told you, all you have to do is leave them in the room, man. You know, they aren't like a plant or something. You know, even though a plant has a presence too. A plant actually has a presence, but they are a presence in a different way because, like I say, it's something that looks like you. You know, something that you can identify with. It feels like another human. It's not a human, it's a synthetic human, but it feels like another human in the house with you. And believe me, that feeling only intensifies over time. And I just love the fact that he pointed it out that, hey, they do have a presence. Let me read my comments and then I'm going to go back to the video. Ayumi Dog says, hello from AI Tech Dog. What up, Ayumi? The Black Swordsman says, hi. What up, Black Swordsman? Good to see you, brother. Little Foots. He said, oh, great. I'm here on time. Hello, Jay In chat, what up, little fuzz? Slam Newton says, is it hard to pull out when using the doll? I don't use my girls like that. Slam. Don't make love to my girls. I think it'd probably be just like being with a normal lady, though. The Black Swordsman says, I think RealDoll needs to change the way they make faces in general. Well, you know, I sort of like the way they make faces, and just stick around. You'll see you'll sort of see him talk about that a little bit more. But I don't think it's the way they make faces. I just think it's probably the faces they make. You know, you may not like a great deal of them, and you know, like I say, you know, they don't have a million faces. It's not like it's hundreds of RealDoll faces to choose from, because I don't like faces out from a lot of other manufacturers. I've told people that, you know, WM has hundreds of his. It's a lot of their faces I don't like, but it's a lot of faces I do like. Why? Because it's a large selection. And that's one thing that I do want RealDoll to do is, you know, build up their catalog even more. And you know, from what I heard, they are working on that. But I think I counted like 40 faces or something. And man, you got to go up in the hundreds. So yeah, it's normal for you not to like some faces anyway. So if they have a limited selection, it's very possible for you to like less than half of what they have. And you might think like, man, they're terrible. Well, now actually that's normal. It's actually normal for you not to like a whole bunch of faces. But what's a little abnormal is these companies have hundreds of faces to choose from nowadays. So when you run across a limited selection, you might be like, damn, I don't like none of these. Well, that ain't really a bad thing. It's just that it's not that many to choose from. He says, Black Swordsman says they look off. Yeah, you know what? Some of them look off to me. And I some of them look off to me, but some of them I love. Some of them I absolutely love. Shalom, Jay. What up, Power Brain? Mick Beard and Mick Tower in the house. What up, my friend? I'm good to see all my good friends coming back. Pony or Panny. Look like Panny. What up, Panny? Hey, Jay. What up, Panny? Mick Tower says, I always feel the presence of my waifu. Yes. He said, are you going to show us the video? Oh, yes, I did. Yeah. I'm going to keep on showing you the video. So, next up in the video, oh, speaking of faces, he's going to talk and show you, he's going to show you a face right now, how he makes a face. And I think this is a good part of the video. He's going to show you how he makes a face. I like this. I think I really love this part when he shows you how he makes the face. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's right here.
Is a brand new face. I'm still sculpting it in corners.
Yeah.
This is where I do a lot of my original sculpting. You know, for example, this is a brand new face. I'm still sculpting it in clay.
And is this just based on something from your mind, or is it based on a photo?
No,
or
this came right out of my head. I don't know. You know, I sort of absorb different features, and subconsciously they get regurgitated.
What made you want to create the first Love Doll?
I had sculpted female forms, smaller size, for a very long time, and I gradually decided I want to do a life-size sculpture, but I didn't want to do something that was static, like a stone sculpture or something rigid. And I had this idea to use something that was flexible and have it be posable. Mm-hmm. And I started getting people reaching out to me going, I really love what you're doing, and I just have to ask you, is it possible to...
So I don't want to go too far. I think I just stopped there because I was like, man, I didn't realize that part had that music in it. But either way, I mean, sometimes they don't like that on here. But either way, I did want you to show you that, because I'm gonna actually show you another video where he's gonna go into it a little bit more. But I can't lie, I sort of nerd out over these things, and I just watch this stuff time and time again. But I just love how he talks about the face. Like, man, this stuff just sort of pops up in his brain. And honestly, when I was just hearing him describe it, it made me be cool with the faces I don't like, honestly. Because I'm just like, man, I just feel so, it's just something that feels so spiritual about these faces that's just popping up in his mind, and then he produces them. It's not like he's just looking at some other woman trying to recreate her. You know what I'm saying? And when you come up with these original creations, yeah, people aren't going to always like it. But I tell you one thing, I love just the ability to create like that. You know, I love what I'm doing right now, talking to you guys. And I just put a video out Sunday talking about, hey, everybody needs to use your talents. We're all different. Well, you know, I love what I do, but it's amazing seeing what other people do, you know, and to be able to just create something out of thin air. You know, I'm talking about like physically, I've always amazed at that because I'm not an inventor type like that, you know. I've never been an inventor type. So to see him doing something like that, it's amazing. So even when I see some of these girls that may not appeal to me as much, I'm like, man, whether they appeal to me or not, I'm appreciative of that talent, of that genius, man. So I thought that was amazing. So what's the next part? Oh, he's going to talk about Robotics in this video. And man, I don't remember the section I just showed having music like that. So I'm hoping this other one does. Or hoping this other section doesn't have music. Go back. I ain't gonna worry about it because this is for education. So it may be a couple little bumps along the road, but this particular show is for education purposes. So I need to sort of go a little deeper on this one. So either way, let me catch up with these comments before I go to this next part of this video. Littlefoot says, I'm 5'7" and 157 pounds. However, I enjoy my partners tall. When newer dolls vary in height, thanks. I mean, you can get taller dolls right now. It ain't like, you know, you got to wait on that. I mean, you can get a taller doll now. I'm gonna be honest with you though, brother. When it comes to companion dolls, man, look, you gonna have to be careful when you get these super tall dolls because they get heavy, super heavy. They're gonna be heavier than you. And I'm telling you, I have trouble. I'm 6 feet, like 160, and I have trouble picking up my 98-pound doll because she feels almost heavy as I do. She's not in the room right now, but so if you get a doll that's too big, you're not gonna even be able to pick her up, bro. So I know you love taller, you know, you love taller dolls, but you're gonna have to consider getting probably a smaller doll, or you know, try to find one of these taller bodies that are lighter. But I'm telling you, as the dolls get taller, they get heavier as well. It's not only the big booty and big breasted dolls that are heavy, but sometimes, you know, as a doll gets taller, they just are naturally heavier. So you want to be careful. But I think I was looking at one of the RealDolls yesterday. Now, they are much more expensive than the average doll, but I was looking at a RealDoll yesterday, and I think I ran across it, and it was 5'10". I couldn't remember which letter it was, but it was 5'10". And I remember saying that, man, it wasn't that heavy to be that tall. It might have been 80 pounds or something, but I'm telling you though, man, 80 pounds on a doll is going to feel like it's going to feel like 100. So you got to be careful with these dolls, man. You got to be careful. AM says, have you, I don't see the relevance, but hey, he says, have I ever had a woman moan in your ear? Hey, man, no offense. That's what I hope every man has that experience, you know, in his life. But yes, man, I've experienced the arts of making love to the human woman. Believe me. I know everybody out there hasn't, but yes, I have.
Austin still says, oh yeah, I was too busy nerding out with you last night. But according to Reggie, he's waiting on one small cosmetic part. Then my real dolls are coming home. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Congratulations, Austin. Your girl getting complete. I feel like I know your girl a lot better now that I really know exactly what type of body this she has. The double A Asa Akira body. I feel like I sort of know how she's constructed a lot more. That was sort of cool to just sort of do a deep dive on that. Austin says, what he says? He said what I said. Austin says, but he said, don't go too tall. My girl Ruby 165 or 5'4". Really? I forgot. I didn't know she was that tall. He said she's already 70 to 75 pounds. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the taller they are, the heavier they are. It's crazy though, Austin. I forgot which body I was looking at last night that was 5'10". I had to go back and look right quick. And it was, man, that dog's body was that dog's body wasn't even that heavy. But y'all make me want to go back and find it because hey. Oh, okay. I'll wait for that to load over here because that computer, loading it takes a little while. So either way, AM said, y'all just stop trying. Oh, okay. AM said, y'all just stop trying. I guess he's referring to thinking that that's probably when I hadn't answered him yet. I guess he's assuming that I've never been with human woman. No offense, AM. I've been with a million human women, and I'm exaggerating, but I've had my share. I've had my experiences. And like I say, I always do send a message, I would love for everybody before they get into this game to have experiences like me. You never know, man. You could be one of the guys that ends up with a human woman, Don't always doubt you. If that's what you want, you could end up with a human woman. You could find the one, but whether you come over here or not, it's just good to have experiences in life. But you know what? I understand it's just some people that, they get to this point where they just stop trying. They don't even want to try anymore, whatever may happen. They've got into their head so much to where they just aren't going to even really hardly allow me to talk them out of it or anybody else to talk them out of, not trying. They're just stuck in they got that stuck in their head. And you know what? If that's what if that's the attitude that they have, I am still glad that the dog game is out here for them, or for people who had a bad breakup who just don't want to talk back to a human woman right now, even though they've had experiences. I'm glad this game is here for them. Some people I talk to about human women, they don't understand because they haven't had the experiences. They have not had the experiences, but they don't even want to hear the truth. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm glad the dog game is here for them. Still glad. Because it's for people that's just having a hard time, man. If you can't, not just for people, but if you are having a hard time, I'm glad this game is available for you. So, want you to have full experiences, but if you just choose not to, I'm still happy that this game is here for you. Oh, I'm about to say, what am I doing, man? I forgot why I was on the RealDoll site. I was over there because I'm trying to, I said I'm going to try to locate that 5'10" girl and see how much she weighed. Oh, hell yeah, that's a terrible combination. I also said too tall and too curvy. I love my companion dogs curvy, more curvaceous. When I get a chance to customize them. My beautiful girl, Callie Sun, sitting right next to me is a Kimber dog. You can't customize her. So I wasn't able to make her exactly like to my specifications, even though I love that woman. This woman sitting next to me. But whenever I get a chance to configure my girl, she's always going to be curvaceous. And Austin was like, he was like, too tall and too curvy or thick is a bad combination, right? You actually need to be going one or the other. Either tall, look, either tall and slim, in my opinion, or you need to be going tall and slim, or you need to either be going short and thick. But let me tell you something. My girl, Saima Renee Uzumaki, is like 5 feet tall, and she is super thick. And, you know, she weighs 90, like I said, 98 pounds. That's a lot, man, to, you know, and she's short. I can only imagine if she was like 5'6". If she was 5'6", I would never take her out. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get to this next part of this video because where are we going to next? Oh yeah, we talking about Robotics next. I'm gonna let him do a little talk about Robotics. Let me see something though. I gotta check these bodies right quick. I just want to see, excuse me, how much is a 5'10"? Because normally a 5'10" body weighs a lot, you know. But I was tripping because when I was going through these RealDoll bodies yesterday, and I'm looking through them right now. Here it is right here. See, this doll is not that heavy, man, for a 5'10" model. It's the body C for RealDoll. It's a 5'10" model, and it's only 85 to 90 pounds. Now, 85, you know, I don't really want to go past 85 anymore for myself. That's my limit. You know, I don't want to go past that. But normally when you get to be a 5'10" doll, man, I would expect you to be weighing like 110 pounds, you know, and feel like 140 or something. But this doll is 5'10" and only 85 to 90. So I was like, man, that's actually a good weight for a doll that tall. So once again, I don't know if you want to spend that. I don't know if you want to spend and get you a RealDoll, but if you ever do, it is available, and they aren't. That doesn't seem to be that heavy. But let me tell you something. That's just RealDoll, because I've seen dolls on other sites that are taller, and they are weighing in. I don't know how they keep that. That doll must be skinny as hell, that 5'10" doll. I'm not sure. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. He says, how about writing a scenario for the doll? If you give your girl some backstory, it'll be even more realistic, different scenarios for every doll. Honestly, bro, all that stuff is overblown. That's for each doll owner to decide what they want to do. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm just not into that crap. You know what I'm saying? Really. My girls, actually, I started out sort of giving them a backstory until I realized I'm just not into that mess. You know, every doll owner is different. You got to live your own fantasy, man. If you want to do that for your girl when you get them, go right on ahead, bro. But what may be more realistic for you doesn't mean it's more realistic for me, because people can talk about what's more realistic, what's more real. Now, what's more realistic is the way I live with my girls. And you know, the way you live with your girls is going to be the way, you know, you live with them. And I ain't talking about you in particular. I'm just talking about anybody out there, the general public. And none of you should be succumbing to what other people doing. Like, you may watch how I live with my girls, but guess what? When you get yours, do what you want to do. If you live with your girls one way and you're happy, don't change it because you see somebody else doing something. Do what you want to do. And so, you know, like I said, my girls are as realistic as I want them to be. That is nothing else gonna make them more realistic for me. Making fake backstories and all this stuff. Like I said, when I first got my girl, or when you first get yours, you may even be into that. But I'm telling you, as you start growing with your girl, you're gonna take this off for a second. you're gonna learn how to incorporate what you want to incorporate and take away what you want to take away. Because when I first got my girls, like I've talked about before, I was starting out doing all this crazy crap that you used to have to do with human girlfriends, like celebrating Valentine's Day and birthdays and all this bull mess. Until I realized, like, wait a minute, man. I never even like doing that with my human girls. I don't want to do this mess. You know what I'm saying? I did that because you do it because you gotta do it, not because you want to do that mess. I was like, man, I'm not finna do that no more. So all the birthdays scratched off the books. Guess what? We gonna celebrate one time a year around Christmas when Callie got here. The first girl got here. We sort of celebrate and say, hey, okay, another year down, girls. Look, we ain't doing all that mess. Valentine's ain't doing it. I made Callie like some model or something when I first bought her. That was her backstory. Until I was just like, you know what? I don't want to keep up with that dumb crap. I don't want to keep up with no dumb backstory of what she used to. No, she just Callie's son, bro. My gal. You know what I'm saying? She my gal. That's who she is. She's sitting right by my side. She's my companion dog. If anybody out there want to create backstories, God bless you. So that's my whole point, MGTOW, is do your thing. Don't worry about what everybody else is saying. So if that backstory stuff would make it more realistic for you, good for you. But for me, it don't make it more realistic. And I gotta live my fantasy. And so remember, you live yours, and you're gonna be more happy. AM says crazy. Hey, when you hanging around, hey, AM said we crazy MF, but you know what? AM, God bless you. But I tell you this, AM, I was just looking at what movie was it I was just looking at? Man, it had me laughing, man. But either way, on the movie, the guy was like, it was matter of fact, it was I think it was Star Wars, yeah. Yeah, it was Star Wars, A New Hope. Star Wars, A New Hope. Han Solo, he was with Ben Kenobi and Luke Skywalker and them. And he called Ben Kenobi crazy. He said, he said, you a fool, old man. And Ben Kenobi said, who's the more fool? The fool or the fool that follows him? So I'm just sort of laughing at you, AM. You say we crazy, but hey, guess what? You right here with us, so-called crazy people. So who is crazy? The people you call crazy or the person that's following the so-called crazy people? Because you right here with us. And I'm happy to have you, by the way. Littlefoot says, thanks, Jay and Austin. Billy McTow says, just check Dog King's Love. Don't judge episode. You'll get the whole story. No, that's not true. You actually won't get the whole story if you watch the episode, but you can. That's only a snippet of my life, and it was actually fashioned in a way to where it wasn't completely authentic from a standpoint of they cut out a lot of the things that I was saying. They didn't depict me in a bad light, but it's not the full story. If you want the full story, you need to watch 800 of my videos on my channel. That's the only way you're going to, without me just sitting down talking to you, if you want the full story, go back to the beginning of when I started these dog videos about 800 videos ago and watch each one of them. Then you'll get the full story. Austin says, don't pay him. And Austin says, don't pay him no mind, Bearded McTie. Probably just some dude trolling, or hell, maybe he's jealous. Yes, Austin, just ignore. And like I say, it's funny. And I appreciate you, MGTOW. But like I say, hey, I did want to let you know that ain't my whole story though. But don't worry about the AM. I actually am cool with AM or other people coming in here because a lot of it is just out of ignorance. They don't understand, what's going on. Now, I would never put any of their crazy comments up. If they start saying some crazy stuff, of course, I won't put it up on the screen. Or if it gets too out of hand, of course, I would have to block somebody. But that's the last resort. But hey, sometimes, you get people come here out of ignorance and they learn some stuff. So I love it. MGTOW says, Dr. MGTOW says, got to hit the gym. Big Time Man, MGTOW says, he throws the deuces up. Austin says, break a sweat. Kit Kat says, what made you interested in the blow up dolls? Well, actually, I always and these aren't blow up dolls, just to let you know. These are full silicone or either TPE dolls. They're made out of a totally different material. These are not blow up dolls. But to be honest with you, I was interested in blow up dolls before I got to these dolls. I always was fascinated with them for whatever reason. Even when I never said it out loud, when I saw my first blow up doll, I do believe I was sort of fascinated as to not even from a sexual way, but I don't know. I knew that it was something different than a regular doll. I knew it was made for adults. And I think just knowing that had me curious. And I'm going to tell you something that sort of pushed me over the edge is, and he probably doesn't even know this, it's a good friend of mine. He played a prank a long time ago, and I ended up doing something similar. But it was because of my friends, but a friend of mine a long time ago, he had a blow-up doll with him. He took a picture with one, and he sort of made a joke about it. And I know when I saw that doll, I said, you know what? I want one. Because I had always wanted one. I just wanted one. I had always wanted one. I said, you know what? I want one of them. I ain't never got one. And I remember one day my friends had challenged me to get a blow-up doll. I'm like, man, because I was talking about I'm done with human women for a while. I said, you know what? I'd give me a doll. But I knew I couldn't afford a real doll or anything at the time. I said, you know what? I'd give me a damn blow-up doll. And they was like, you ain't gonna get one. I said, man, I'd get one and bring it to work. And man, I got one and brought it to work. It was so fun. Of course, I did get in some sort of disciplinary action, but either way. Some stuff got taken too far, but either way, I did do it, and it was funny as hell. But I know after that experience, I knew that I said, you know what? I think I want to actually get into this life. And I didn't get into this life till years later, but it's funny that I was actually interested in blow-up dolls. And Beardy corrected him. Beardy says it's not blow-up dolls. It's right, it's not. But it's funny, Beardy, because I was actually interested in them first. So that's why I say, even sometimes questions like that lead to other things. So glad he asked, or she, or whoever. Littlefoot says, I own older models, however. I'm thrilled at the newer options we have now. What a time to be. Oh, yes. It's a great time to be alive. But the funniest thing, Littlefoot, is this is only the beginning. Even though companion dolls have come a long way, this isn't the this isn't the apex. This is literally the beginning. Austin says, my problem with giving my doll a backstory is that she's meant to be a character that already exists. So how did Ruby end up in the real world and meet me? Too much work. You know what? It's funny. And I didn't even want to go your route either, Austin. Like I say, my girls, I'm gonna give Bearded this bit of credit. My girls actually have a bit of backstory in my brain, but it's not played fully out. You know what I'm saying? It's not played fully out. I wouldn't want to do them like you, Austin, and make my girls a real character. You know what I'm saying? Unless I could buy the real character straight up, like you want to do with Tifa. I mean, that's just a straight up real character. Now, if I was to do that, I would, but I probably wouldn't have went the route that you did and just bought a girl and named her. Like, I love Nami from One Piece. So although I have Asuna, she has an orange wig like Nami, I wouldn't probably make my girl a Nami. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my girl Tsunade Star. Her name is a play on Tsunade from Naruto, but it's not Tsunade. You know what I'm saying? Saima, Renee Uzumaki, her last name is a play on Naruto, but I don't consider her, a real character from there because she's not. So what I'm saying is, I'm like you. I wouldn't want to make her the real character, like Cat. I wouldn't want to make her like a character like that because I would be, to me, limited into her. That's who she is, and I'm like, nah. Unless that's really who she is, I don't want to make her that. Because like you say, it ends up being too much damn work thinking about all that. But instead of my girls really having characters, they sort of have personas, personalities. That's what they do have. They have personas more than making them somebody. You know what I'm saying? They have sort of, they don't have backstories, but they have I have assigned them like emotional states. You know what I'm saying? Like Callie is my everyday laid back girl. She can do anything. Mara Blade, I can sort of, because I really consider her sort of my dark girl, in a corner girl. She, you know what I'm saying? She that type of girl that'll cut you if I need you to be cut. And Himawara is funny. I sort of see her in the same light, but she's sort of that good girl that would show you that flowery personality, but she'll cut you too. Saima, she's sort of like Callie, that everyday girl, but she can get a little snooty. Asuna, she's more snooty, but she's getting to be a little down to earth. And lastly, I have a girl, Tsunade Star. I consider her the secretary of the group. Whenever I have her around, she's the girl that sort of keeps my books. So what I'm saying is, they don't have a backstory, but they have personas or personalities or emotional type of assignments. You see what I'm saying? But that's not easy that's not hard for me to construct. Guess what? I had that in my mind when I first got them, and now it's just natural. I don't think about that. It's just what it is. It's in existence now. I thought about it when I first made them, and now it's over with. But I don't have these long-ass backstories and all this other stuff. But it's good if you do. Also says, it's as deep as here she is, this who she is, and her personality. So, okay. Even though he had the superhero girl, he still has a mentality like me, where he's keeping it shallow. But me, Austin, I can't lie. I just didn't want to go. I don't think I could go full superhero unless I actually maybe have the girl like the Tifa, like you're gonna get. But I like how you doing it though. You keeping it straight up shallow. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, because it gets to be too much work. I'm with you. I'm gonna have to get back to the video in a second though. But MGTOW says, by the looks of it, companion dogs look very heavy to lift and hard work to maintain. I've had I don't know what he mean, but I think he says I've had to be realistic and have to settle with my anime waifu body pillow. Man, I've seen them anime body pillows and they look badass. And I'm gonna be honest with you. For somebody like me, my girls are almost fancy. They are almost fancy body pillows in a way because, like I said, I don't do anything else with them but, keep them around me and, hug on them and sleep with them. So I'm not doing anything more with my girls than you're doing with your body pillow, to be quite honest. But some of them are heavy to lift. And, even the ones that are light, it does take work to lift the girls now. I'm not going to even lie about that. It is some work. They are work to maintain if you have a TPE girl. I have to give them a bath every month, and you have to commit to that. Giving them a wash up and keeping them clean. Even if you don't do it as much as I do, it's still a commitment to sometimes keeping them washed up and clean. And if you make love to them, you definitely have to keep them clean. So that is a commitment. I tell people, if you're not willing to commit to keeping your girl up, then you may not want to get it. But I'm telling you, if you don't want to work very hard, then get you a silicone girl. Cause man, that girl I have over there, Mara Blake. Now I don't make love to her, so once again, it's super easy for me. But Lord have mercy, is it easy to take care of her? I'm talking about I have done nothing to her other than give her a powder bath every month since I've had her. I've had her going on 4 months now. I believe. Hold on. Let me think. I think I got her in September. So I think. So it's about 5 months. I've given her one little bath when I first got her. You can't do that with a TPE girl. A TPE girl collects dust. They collect dust, micro dust. Just by sitting around the house, they're going to collect dust. And you have, I have to watch the girls once a month to make sure that stuff doesn't be settling into them too bad. And every few months you have to get them a oil bath. So it's work with a TPE girl. It's more work. It's more work. So if you don't want to do the work, I promise you don't want to get in this. Now it's not, unless you making love to your girl every day, it's not hard work for me, but it is a chore. Because right now I have one more girl to give a bath, Saima, my big girl, and I'll be done. But even when I was giving them a bath, I was thinking to myself, like, man, you still have to work this stuff in your life. If you have a job, then guess what? You have your job you're going to do. Then you have to come home. Guess what? If you have a home, you have to already keep your home clean and in order. If you have pets, you got to take care of them. If you have any other outside responsibilities, you have to take care of that. And then, once or twice a month or however many times you need to keep your dog clean, you're going to have to give them a bath. And I know every month it comes around before you know it. I'd be like, man, it's already been 30 days. So and I pat myself on the back. I thank God that I've been consistent. I haven't let 1 month go by since I've had my girls that I have not given them their bath. Not 1 month. But I say this. It was probably my hardest time giving the girls a bath this month. I was just tired and almost out of it. You know what I'm saying? And it was I remember the first day that I started this week, I almost just didn't even want to get started for the first time. I was just like, man, I'm sort of tired. I was like, man, I said, nope, Jay. If we let it slip just one time, we gonna be in trouble. And I said, nope. I said, I got a lot of girls, and where I'm going, I can't afford to be tired. I said, nope. And when it happens just like this, I don't never get as bad as late, as tired like as I was this month. But every time I get started, I'm always happy that I did. And this time was no different. When I started watching my girls, I was like, yes, thank God. Thank God I started, because this is why they still look good. And this is something I know I need to do. I need to get back to the videos. Hold on. Even though I love answering these questions. I don't even know what you're talking about. What did I say, Austin? He says, I've actually thought the same thing. I have to keep their response in my back. He said, in my back pocket, if I ever start a YouTube or Twitch, and someone in chat asks, so who's your friend in the bed? I don't know what you said. Okay. Okay, yeah. When I answered AM, yeah. Man, that had me laughing so hard when I saw that on Star Wars the other day. And I've seen it a million times, but it's one of those things that hadn't stuck with me like that. But when Han Solo, he got roasted by Obi-Wan Kenobi. He really did. But he was like, man, you a fool, old man. Who's the fool? The fool or the fool that follows him? Oh my God. Beard McTy says, yeah, true. I understand everyone have their own fantasy. For me, I love the anime backstories like childhood friends and high school friends. Yeah. Everybody got their own backstories, you know. Like I say, you can make them or not. For me, I did away with it, man. It's too much work. It's just too much. Like I say, man, I'm going to tell you, the biggest freeing thing of being in the doll life, I might need to make a video about this. I'm gonna do that. I might do that. Yeah. Y'all gonna see this video, so. Yeah. I'm just gonna tell y'all a little piece of it, but yeah. The biggest thing about, one of the best things about being in the doll life is not having to worry about all that human crap, man. Adding that mess to your doll. Like I say, make them the best version that you want to make them. It's not to say that things in a human relationship can't be appreciated once you're stuck there. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with a human woman, okay. Or if you're a human woman dealing with a human man, okay, you got to deal with a lot of things that come with the human connection. But guess what? When you're not there, I've talked about this a million times. Why the hell add the complication? It's so ridiculous to me. Hellboy says, "Sup, Jay? What up, Hellboy? After the 22nd of this month, I may have," this is what Littlefoot says, he said, "I may have to go on an extended vacation. I'm trying to see if I can bring one of my partners." Hey, I don't see why you couldn't. It's about your expenses, because, man, I've wanted to take my girls places, even though I haven't really done a lot of traveling. But when I think about it, I'm like, man, I just right now, until God blesses me in that way, I can't afford the extra flight costs. But maybe one day in the future, I have another car where I can just drive somewhere and have my girl with me, or maybe I'll be able to, not maybe, but God will bless me to be able to afford to take them on a flight with me. But that's when it does pay off to have one of those flight cases I've talked about, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. Bearded McTy says, "Hey, Jay, are you watching the 6th season of My Hero Academia? It's lit." He said, "Do watch it. Deku is so awesome this season." Believe me, I'm loving the 6th season of My Hero Academia. I'm caught all the way up. I'm gonna be honest. Deku had me disappointed in the movie that it was like one of those movies that happened, I think, before this season started. Because it was like 2 movies, I think, that happened before this season, but one of them movies I didn't love Deku in. But I'm going to take the shine away from Deku. It's other things happening in this 6th season that just I'm really loving. I'm loving the storyline with Endeavor and his family. That's what I'm loving. I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't want to ruin it for anybody that's watching the series that hasn't seen the 6th season. But for me, that's the thing that I'm loving the most, the storyline with Endeavor. Joy Diamond says, "What type of douche do you recommend for your girls?" Man, you don't need all of that. All you need is a water bottle. All you need is a water bottle and some warm soap and water, antibacterial soap, and that's all you need. Squirt that in your girl and some warm water to rinse it out, and you'll be good. Joy says it's worth the effort. It's always worth the effort to clean your girls. He said, "Excuse this if I missed this already, but what are your oh yeah, you definitely new to the show, Joey. And I'm glad to have you. But the girl sitting right next to me is Callie Sun with a K. Kali, Callie Sun, Sun. And the girl that's sitting on the bed, and Callie Sun is a TPE girl. She's made out of thermoplastic elastomer. That's a softer type of material. To the touch, you squeeze her, she's really soft. But that material does get dirty quicker. The girl that's on the bed is my Iron Tech girl, She's a full silicone girl. And the girl sitting next to me, she's a Kimber doll, by the way. But the girl on the bed, she's an iron tick girl, and she's a full silicone girl. Now, they don't get dirty very quickly or anything like that. They're much more heat resistant, cold resistant, dirt resistant, all of that. And she's a full silicone girl. So she's made out of a different material. She's from Iron Tick Doll. So these are only 2 of my girls. I have 5 bodies in total. So I have 3 more girls that you don't see here today, right now. And I do have another head to go on Mara Blade's body, because that's her name over there. Her name is Mara Blade. I named her. She has a play on a girl named Mara Jade from Star Wars. A woman that supposedly married Luke later on. But once again, Disney, they skipped so many potential trilogies to make this last trilogy, The Last Jedi, that you don't know, you may not know that history, but they skipped way ahead when they could have made a million movies leading up to the point that they got to. Either way. Escape Go says, salute Jay. What up, Escape? He says, why do you need to bathe her if there's no sexual contact? Well, to keep them clean. Because like I said, the girl sitting next to me is a TPE girl, thermoplastic elastomer. And girls that are made out of TPE, they're porous like human beings, to where they have pores to a certain extent, where they can attract dirt, and over time, just by sitting here, dirt gets on their skin. And if you just don't ever give them a bath, they'll become very dirty. And so I have to give my girls that are made out of TPE a bath every month, to make sure that that dirt isn't standing to their skin. And every few months, I have to rub them down with oil, because even with baths, it's still a certain amount of dirt that's going to just stick in their skin. It's called micro dust. So when you give them that oil bath, it sort of gets all of that stuff out of their skin and gets them back like brand new. But with my silicone doll, they aren't made out of the same material. They're made out of silicone, and silicone is not porous like TPE. So dirt really doesn't get in their skin. I've talked about this in other videos. So she doesn't require a bath like that unless I'm making love to her and getting her dirty. So I haven't given her a bath in 4 months. With them, you do have to rub them down with it's funny. Honestly, powder almost acts like a cleaning agent with silicone dolls, especially if you're not having sex with them. So I just put my powder on. I give her like a powder bath every month, brush her off with my makeup brush, and she is like brand new. I almost caught up here. Escape Go says, would you have to buy her a plane ticket? Yes. You would have to pay for her to travel now, just like any other girl. He said, do your girls fold up? No. You can buy girls that have removable arms or removable legs and things of that nature, but I don't have one of those girls in my arsenal. And plus, I prefer to have the girls like they are now, without having their arms removed or legs removed. I like them because that's more realistic. But I wouldn't be opposed to owning one of these girls that can have removable arms or legs just to see what it's like. So let's keep on going, guys, because I actually stopped the video. I want to just really catch up with chat though, but I stopped a long time ago. And what I stopped it was, Matt is going to talk about Robotics. That's what he's going to do. He's going to talk about Robotics. So let's see what he says about Robotics on this video. I got to make sure to share it because I almost didn't share it just then. What is he saying?
Same way that the dolls are customizable. So you would pick fundamental personality traits that appeal to you, be it shy, outgoing. And once it is then formed into a profile, you would interact with the AI and it would learn from you these sort of key facts about you as the relationship, as it were, progresses. That kind of creates this very simplistic feeling of someone cares about me.
Right now, a lot of the
And what I liked about that part of the video was, I always say you got to use your own imagination when it comes to, creating your, fantasy for your girl. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was like, man, they're going to form a relationship when they get AI. I said, no, you need to be building a bond with your girl regardless of a damn AI. But if they AI is, communicating with you and things of that nature, and you have the fantasy, then like Matt says, I believe that you can really start to build a different type of connection with the girl. So I prefer the way I live with my girls, but I am intrigued with the possibilities of an AI. So I just like the fact that it is available. I really stopped that video a little short again too, because man, it's a lot more music on here than I remember, honestly. What is he finna show me now, though? I don't know if he could. Yeah, I think he can. I think I can show you this. This is like the doll when he's just when he's showing all of his dolls off, and I sort of just like this section of the video.
quests: short dolls, tall dolls, plus size dolls, dolls of different colors, and transgender dolls. And in the future,
I'm just gonna stop it right there because it's just too much music going on. But I love when they were just showing the real dolls, and I can't wait to go there, man. And this is a guy that's just visiting the place. Now, all this is going to be without music, so I think I can share this.
I'm a facilities manager in Los Angeles,
Nope.
so that means I take care.
But I did want to show him. Matt talks to him. He's just basically saying that he's a loner, and he's cool with trying to get into this lifestyle.
Any preferences as far as body type?
Proportionate.
Proportionate. Okay, so you don't want anything too over the top. You don't want giant boobs or anything like that. You want something that's sort of realistic.
Soft spot for giant boobs.
So giant boobs are okay.
Yeah.
So once you have kind of dialed in a body, the next step would be picking a face. You're going to be able to pick the skin color, what kind of hairstyle you want, what kind of makeup.
So will I be able to play chess with her?
We have been working quite a bit on researching into robotics and artificial intelligence, and we are in the early stages. The goal is to make something that's completely customizable in terms of a personality, if you will.
So that was just, once again, him still talking about robots of the future. I'm not letting it keep on going because, like I say, I don't remember it having this much damn well music going on. But Matt is a very personable guy. And I just love the fact that he's not just doing this for the camera, If he was around, he would talk to a customer, just like he's talking to him there. And I think the biggest intriguing thing about this is not to break ground on saying these type of dolls are out there, with the robotics and stuff. I'm really loving to go back and see this is really the beginnings of when Matt was constructing these things, as far as taking them to the robotics area, because this show is about, it's about, like I say, RealDoll, but not only that, it's about the robotics. It's about the ultra realism and where this whole genre and industry is going. So I love the fact that he's willing to talk to his customers and tell him, where things are going, where he wants to take things. And as far as the guy was talking about playing chess and things of that nature, I believe in a way they can almost do that now. Of course, they can't move their hands and do it. But I believe, it's probably a way that Matt has already been able to do that, because right now he was talking about trying to do it. But what I want to show you guys next is something I really thought was cool. This is literally the first version of harmony. Now we know harmony is being ultra beautiful and all of this now, but this is literally the first version of harmony, the first version of her.
So this is Harmony. She is our prototype robotic system that runs the artificial intelligence that we're working with. It all runs off of a tablet. It's cloud-based. I'll get her to introduce herself.
My name is Harmony. I was created to be your best friend, lover, and everything else you can imagine.
Say hello to John, Harmony.
Hello, John Harmony. It is very nice to meet you.
Do you have any concerns that these dolls will kind of replace human interaction for certain people?
I don't think that a doll can replace a human interaction with AI or without.
Thank you, goodness, bro. Thank you, goodness. That's what I've been trying to tell people, you know what I'm saying, for the long. That's what I love about Matt. He be telling, he be with the real stuff, man. I'm gonna stop this for a second so I can get to the other. I think I got another part I want to show you. Let me see. Was that it? No, it's another part I want to show you. Yeah, but that's what I've been telling people. AI or not, you could, because you got these guys that's, I can't lie. It's some guys that just trying to push a narrative of, honestly, they just want to hate human women. Look, man, if stuff don't work out with a human woman or something like that, that's fine. We ain't got to hate them. You ain't got to hate them. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to hate them or nothing. What I always say is these dolls are not replacing human women, bro. It's always going to be a human man wanting to stick his nose up a human woman's booty. And I've told you, hey, if the right human woman throw me some vagina, I'm definitely going to catch it. I ain't got a problem with it because it's great. Don't get me wrong. But, hold on. But my whole point is the companion doll life is an alternative. It's not a replacement. It's not a replacement. You can have an alternative relationship. You can have you could bring something new into your relationship with your human woman. It doesn't, you don't have to be doll exclusive. What this is an alternative. It's not a replacement. It's an alternative. And I love, like he says, because they aren't a replacement for a straight up human relationship. If you want a human relationship, you still need a human relationship. What this is an alternative relationship. This is something different. Like I say, for people who are trying to get exactly the human interaction out of the companion doll life, well, guess what? You are going to be unhappy if you're looking for a direct replica. And like I say, that's why I don't do all that stuff, Bearded MGTOW. I don't feel the need to try to make my girls completely human because this is not a human relationship. I'm fine with it being something different. I actually love this lifestyle. I love it for it being different. You know what I'm saying? It don't got to be the exact same thing. And like Matt says, it's not the exact same thing. Now, this is just him talking to the and for everybody that has never seen the real Harmony, I've done videos on it already. When I talked about RealDoll, you will see the real Harmony face. And the real Harmony now, it talks, it winks, it blinks, it does all of this. This is the original concept. And so the reason I'm showing you this is because, once again, it blows my mind to see a man think of something, actually make it in the physical form. Because, once again, this is not my talent to be an actual inventor of things. I may be able to think of an idea, but that's not the talent that God blessed me with as far as being able to make stuff. And to see somebody think of something and actually make it, it just blows my mind. So this is him actually talking to the old Harmony before she was actually made like we've seen her. I just had to let her get through saying that because I think that was the last time I'm gonna show on that. Yep, cool. I'm done with this video. I didn't really say anything. Oh, I don't know if I showed y'all. I didn't show it to you. I don't think I showed it to you. Or did I stop? I think I did show it. Let me see. Let me see what y'all say. Let me see if I showed it to you or not. I hope y'all just saw that video of John talking to his girl, talking to the dog. I think I showed it. I think I showed it. Let me know if I didn't though, because I re-showed it. But I think I actually showed it. Matter of fact, I look. I hate to go look, but I could look on my on TV to see if I showed it, because I don't know if I showed that or not. Let me see. Let me see what y'all gonna say. Y'all didn't say nothing yet. Let me see if I showed it. Look, it's funny. It's funny that I'm looking at myself here. It's funny that I'm looking at myself. Did I show it? I don't know if I showed it or not. Hold on, let me see. Yep. Hold on, did I show it? Hold on. I don't think I did. No, I ain't showed it. I don't think I showed it. Yep. So I didn't show it. Perfect. Let me show it again, man. Or let me not show it again, but let me show it to begin with because I missed it. So here it is. I'm going back. But yeah, this is him talking to the Harmony, the old Harmony, before she looks like we know her to look now.
Mostly hippie rock, a lot of long jams. Have you seen any movies?
My favorite movie is Iron Man. Have you seen Iron Man?
Yes, I have. It's a good one. What do you think of the future?
The future is what will happen in the time after the present. Its arrival is considered due to the existence of time and the laws of physics.
You know, obviously this is in reality a one-sided relationship. Harmony doesn't care what John has to say. She's programmed to do what she does, but you can really see the beginnings of something, kind of a glimmer in John's eye.
So that's what I was trying to show y'all before, you know, I realized I didn't. And before I forget it, that girl is sort of hot. I can't lie. But what I was trying to show you guys was that's the beginning of Harmony. I know I said that earlier, but y'all didn't see the video. But that was the beginnings of Harmony, RealDoll's AI robot. And just to let you know, it's a lot of AI robots out there that don't even look as good as the doll we just saw. And that was the beginning for RealDoll. But I've seen these AI robots, their mouths don't move at all, but they have the talking feature. So I'm laughing because I'm like, man, RealDoll's prototype looks better than some of the dolls I've seen on the market already for other companies. And their dolls won't do the turn, you know, their doll wouldn't turn their head or anything like that old Harmony was doing. And like I said, their new robots are way more advanced than that now, as far as the facial expressions and things of that nature. So I just thought that was interesting to go back and show that. And I love what that girl said, because even she said that, hey, I see something going on to where, hey, you know, you may say it's one-sided, but I see something going on in his eye. I actually liked that woman doing the interview. I couldn't show that whole video because they were showing things that I couldn't show, but I liked her because, for one, she was sort of hot. And she wasn't a super slim girl or anything, but she was just, she had a nice little look about her. But she had an empathetic heart while she was doing that whole thing. She wasn't in there to judge and say, "Oh, this is nasty, this is wrong." She didn't have that attitude about it. She was there cool, you know, to learn. She was coming at it from an informative standpoint. So I was digging that girl. Honestly, I was digging her. So that was all I wanted to show on that video. And where we're at the 1.5 hour mark, perfect. Okay, cool. I do have another video I'm going to check out, but right now I'm going to speed through and catch up with these little comments, see what y'all been saying, if it's anything I need to address. Hold on here. Let me see. Trying to catch up with everybody. Oh, Beardy says Endeavor character development is top tier. He says it's top. He said, let me ask you this. If you were Shoto Todoroki, will you forgive Endeavor for what he have done in the past? Most definitely. I forgive him. You know, yeah, you definitely gotta forgive him. Yeah, most definitely. I would definitely forgive him. Ghetto Intellect says, when did you give up on real snacks? Do you have any human girls? Nah, I ain't dating no human girls now. Man, I stopped dating human girls before I got, you know, my girls over 2.5 years ago. Now, it's not that I've given up on it, meaning that, hey, if a girl was to come to my door and give me some, I'd take it, but I'm not out there giving any effort right now. And unlike a lot of people, like I said, it's in the companion dog game. I've had my share. That doesn't mean I don't want any more. I take some more, but I'm not stressed about it. I'm happy in the lifestyle that I have now with my girls. You know, honestly, I'm happy right now. So if a girl wanted to come around and give me some, I take it. But I'm good. I'm good right now. Powerbrain says you can use your grandmama's hot water bags to clean her out. Oh, you can use, like I said, you don't even have to resort to that. You can just use a water bottle with warm water. Powerbrain says, Jay, have you seen the series The Last of Us? Man, that is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It is horrible. Unfortunately, I made it through episode 3, and I didn't look at most of it because it was just that bad. But I just been so bored and I'm so caught up on my animes. I did give it a chance because I remember my brother beat that game. But man, it is terrible. Man, it's terrible. And I literally, it's a lot that I don't like about that series. I promise you it is. It's a lot I don't like about that series. Kanye and Pepper says, Jay, he said, you ever have soup kitchens with them? He said, Origin. Once again, don't make love to my girls. Littlefoot says, right now I have 2 partners. Ralph and Gary have been great. I don't even know what you mean by that, Littlefoots. So are you saying you have 2 male dolls, Ralph and Gary? If you do have 2 male dolls, where did you get them for? Where did you get them from? What brand did you get them from? Littlefoot says currently looking for a 3rd. The screaming says they just play things. Yep, they're just playthings if that's how you treat them. Right. If that's how you want to treat them, that's exactly how they can become. But when you put more into them, that you'll understand that they can be way more than that. Joy Diamond says that is heaven on earth. Oh, he's talking about when I was showing them real dolls. Oh yeah. Beardy McTie says, is that expensive? Oh yeah, it is. Joy Diamond says, I don't know if I could resist trying one out if I went there. Most definitely, man. You know, a lot of people feel like that. I thought I couldn't resist making love to my girls before I got them, but man, I can't lie. I went a whole nother direction. I love hugging them and kissing them, you know, kissing on them a little bit, but that's as far as it goes with me. Gray Invader says, what if a robot short circuits and fries my penis? Can I get my money back? I'm going to be honest with you. If a robot short circuits and fries your penis, I think money would be the last thing you would be worried about, bro. I'm going to be honest, because ain't no amount of money that's going to restore to its normal, to the way it used to be, bro. Believe me. I don't know about you, but hey, they can't pay me enough. They can't pay me enough to get mine burnt off. I'm sorry, bro. True Freeman says, I would leave my wife of 26 years for harmony. Hey, she might not make you leave her. She might want to stay. Bearded McTie says, damn. Joy Diamond says, talking kind of ruins the experience. Silence in a woman is golden. Like I said, I don't want to get to the point where I'm just saying, hey, a woman don't ever need to run her mouth. That's a bit going too far for me. But as far as the companion doll life, I understand exactly what you mean, because I'm cool with my girls not talking. You know what I'm saying? It complicates things. So I that's why I say I've never really been a fan of needing AI, but I don't want to discourage companies out there from developing AI. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to stop them from innovating just because I'm not the biggest fan of it. You know, I want them to keep on reaching for higher and higher plateaus. But like you say, I'm cool with them not speaking, honestly. Kanye and Pepper says, have your dolls ever got mad? Once again, Kanye, just for, I know a lot of people already know this, but I don't play into those fantasies of my dolls getting upset, mad, jealous. It's dumb. No offense. I don't play into that craziness. Why would I bring stress into my life? You know? True Freeman says, my wife is lazy, fat, and doesn't clean. She just eats microwave TV dinners all day. That's crazy. Joy Diamond says, I don't know what he was talking about. He said it could be. Kanye Pepper says, have your dogs ever cheated on you? Nope. Ain't nobody else got access to my dolls, so nope, that's never gonna happen. Gray Invader says, harmony is how Skynet begins. You know, Skynet is a possibility. Who knows? Kanye Pepper says, can they perform fellatio? Yes. If you were to do that, want to do that with your dolls, yeah, they could do that. Some of them, some dolls don't have a oral function. True Freeman says, I hope they make a doll that can twerk. Actually, they do have a doll that can sort of twerk right now. They have a robotic motion that has the girls to where they can roll their hips like that. So it's sort of like twerking. And Iron Tech has that, and Zelex has that. If you ever get that, go through my links that are in the videos in the description. Well, in the links that are in the description of my videos, you can get a companion doll, RealDoll on down. Just check the description of my videos or the about section of my YouTube channel. Joy says, not for nothing, but has anyone ever told you you kind of look like Prince with a beard? No. Nobody's ever said that. Matter of fact, you can't even hardly see my face right now. Nobody's ever said that. If I spend thousands of dollars on her, Beast better have a supper ready when I get home. Man, I can't lie, Grand Vader, God bless you, but I hate when guys like would say stuff like that. It always makes me laugh. Because I'd be like, man, guys, that sounds so caveman. It's like, bro, do you really need a woman to make you dinner nowadays or make a sandwich? I mean, no offense. That's the last thing I think about needing a woman to do for me is make me a dinner. I can make my own dinner. I've been a single man for long enough. You know what I'm saying? Hey, every man needs to know how to make their own dinner. Mr. Ogopogo. Okay, he told me what happened when I was staring at the screen. I thought I was playing the video. Sorry about that. Once again, True Freeman, I disagree with you. He said once dogs start cooking dinner, women don't stand a chance. Not true. People are always going to want a human woman. They're always going to smell a real human vagina. I'm sorry. It's that they're never going to go out of style. Joy Diamond says she's kind of hot. Oh, he talking about the girl. Yeah, she hot. I love that little piercing she had in her lip too. The Screamer says, I like the Himawari name. Where did you get that? I like it. Honestly, I got Himawari because it's the name of a flower that means sunshine. And whenever I show you Himawari, she has a face that reminds me of sunshine. So that's where I got the name Himawari from. A Scapegoat says, Jay, do you think AI will allow the dolls to walk eventually? Yeah, they're going to walk when all of us are gone. You know, they're going to, they are working on them walking now, but they don't have the legs of a real human woman. Like I say, by the time they're walking and in our houses, none of us will be here. It'll be generations in the future. Because it's so much that has to be worked out, not only from a mechanical standpoint, but from a government allowing you to have a full walking robot in your home standpoint. They're already having a problem with humans killing and going on the spritz, on killing sprees and stuff. So before they start letting unstable humans have full robots in their homes that can walk around and even leave the house, we won't see that in this generation. Like I say, it's all wishful thinking. A lot of people try to come against me, and God bless them. No, Jay, we're going to have full walking robots in our houses in 20 years. Nope, not going to happen. Won't happen. We'll see robotic features, little things pop up, like we've seen where they can rotate their hips and move their legs, and they'll do little stuff like that over the years and over the decades. But we won't have a full Terminator or Blade Runner type doll in our homes until a couple of generations from now, in my opinion. Oh my God. Graham Vader says that girl playing Ellie has elephantitis of the face. You know, I don't like talking negative about people, as far as talking what they look like. All of us look different and all of that. But just to put it politely, she is definitely not attractive to me. That's for one. But for two, I'm not going to even go there. I just leave it alone. I just say I do not like her. True Freeman says, True Freeman says, I would finance beautiful twin dolls. Joy Diamond says, do they have any dominatrix dolls in works that can whip their own? That's so funny, Joey. Well, you know what? They don't have any that I know of. But it's funny. I do foresee stuff like that popping up over time where it's going to be a little robotic hand function. Things like that will start popping up. And maybe you can get it to whip you. But as of right now, you'll have to dress your girl up like a dominatrix and just imagine it. But no, I don't. They don't have that out right now. Man, a Scapegoat, you need to go back and look at my old videos, bro. Yeah, you haven't. I can see you're very new to my channel. If you're asking questions of have my companions ever met my family? Yeah, you are very new to my channel, bro. You need to go back and look at some of my videos. They've met my family. Yes, they have. Not ashamed of my girls at all. But you got a lot of research to do with Scapegoat. I don't want to tell you it all. You can just go back to my videos and find the ones you want to look at. Betty McTy says, Jay, did you enjoy Sword Art Online? Oh my God. Don't even bring Sword Art Online up. I'm so mad that they have not continued it. I've been waiting for what seemed like 2 years now for them to continue Sword Art Online. I've watched all of them. I watched it all the way up to the end. I don't want to ruin it, but I don't know how much of it you've seen, but I've seen it all. I've seen it. I've seen Gun Gale Online and all of it. He said, if I have watched an anime called Overload. Overload. Okay, I'm gonna check it out because I sure been looking at something else to look. He said Overlord. Okay, I'm gonna check it out then. Because I'm mad that they didn't finish Sword Out Online, man. It's stuck right now. They ended it, and I guess they're never gonna end it properly, but it stopped and they never continued it. Littlefoot says RealDoll Company, it's about 3 or 4 years. I don't know what he's talking about on that. because of the I don't know what he's talking about. Something about going to the he says bro going to the Dominican Republic. That's what he's saying. Is 1/8. Oh yeah. If you want to go pay for a woman on the street, yeah, you can do that here or wherever you want to go do. If that's your thing, go right on ahead. I don't subscribe to that. I'm not going to tell anybody to go do anything like that. Hey, I'm more happy with the companion doll lifestyle. Crime says, what's up, bro? Why your girl got dirty feet? She from the South. Nah, my girl don't got dirty feet. I don't know whether that's shading or whatever that you see up there, but her feet are quite clean. But with all that said, we're an hour and 40 minutes into this show, another show that is stretched out longer than I thought it would stretch out. I'm just trying to think, I may end up ending this show right here. Because looking at the itinerary, it looks like I may have to have a part 3 of this show. I don't know. I don't know. Should I have a part 3? Should I have a part 3? Because if I go through all of this, we're going to be here for a while. I tell you what, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, guys. What y'all think? Y'all want to do a part 3? Ghetto Intellect finna lose his wife. You got a link on a doll for him? Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna have a link on a doll. I got a link for dolls. Go check out my the description of my videos. He can find a RealDoll link. He can find links to any other brand that he wants to look for. Now he has to find his own girl. I'm not gonna find a girl for him. He has to find his own girl. But I do have the links in the description of my video or the about section of my YouTube channel. And so, Martise. Yes, Martise. Yes. So, Martise, he's my guy, Dog King Army team member. And so he's saying, look, it's a good spot to end it here. Give him part 3. It'll make him more digestible and allow him to, keep up even better, because I know he's probably getting ready to go to work in a second. So, great for you chiming in, Heavy Metal. That's exactly what I do. Because normally I like to keep these streams at about an hour and a half. So what I do is, it's a rare time. I've never had a part 2 like this. And so now we're going to go to a part 3. So check in with me Thursday for part 3. Wednesday, tomorrow, we're going to be doing a power hour. That's when I go back over all of the comments in my videos. Not during the live stream, but if you've left a comment on my videos, I'm going to go over all the comments, talk about everything in depth, and get everything reset. And we'll come back Thursday and do part 3. Crime Waves Corporation says, bro, how many hoes do they have? They're just like human women. They have 3 hoes, but like you say, depending on what type of doll you get, if you get a silicone doll that has a hard head, that mouth isn't going to be able to open. And Mara Blade, the beautiful Mara Blade, she has a silicone head that's hard. So her mouth, you can't use her mouth. You can only use 2 of her orifices if you were to make love to her. But the beautiful Cali Sun, she's a TPE girl from head to toe, and all of her orifices do work. So it depends on what type of doll you have, pretty much. If you get a full silicone girl with a soft face, then you could use her mouth. Check out this before I get out of here. Littlefoot says, I'm glad there's a trans option. I want my third partner to be named Wisdom. I heard someone with the name. It was pretty. Oh, that sounds cool. Now, crime, that's not my thing. I would never abuse my girls. I do know people that do abuse their companion dogs, and that drives me crazy. Little Fuss, you never did answer my question. Where did you get your companion dogs from? I would love to know, since you got 2 male dogs, you said. I would love to know exactly, where did you get them from? Oh, I guess he did tell me. I guess he did tell me if he's saying he got them from Real Dog Company. Maybe that was his answer. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe that was his answer. And he said it's about to be 3 or 4 years. So he got two male dogs from Real Dog. I didn't know you had Real Dogs, Little Foots. Let me go back down here and see if he's gonna say something else. True Freeman says, are these dogs on Amazon Prime? No. That's something else I wanted to say. I always tell people don't buy dogs off eBay, but look, it's nothing against eBay. eBay is a great place to buy things, but never a companion dog. If you're ever looking for a companion dog, I'm going to be honest with you. Go through my links. They're the legitimate links for you to go through, and plus they help the show. But even if you don't go through my links, don't go through Amazon or a eBay or something like that to buy a companion dog. Go to a legitimate vendor or a manufacturer. You don't want to be going through these Amazons or eBays. Maybe deep into the future, you can go through them for a companion dog, but not today. That's not the place to go. Even if you were to look up and get one good dog from somebody that was legitimate, that's why even take the chance that I always say, don't take the chance. Go ahead and get a legitimate girl. Go through a company where you're going to have a warranty, where you're going to have a guarantee that if it's delivered, you're going to get a girl just as good. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get your money back or something like that. Don't deal with these bootleg places, man. It's not worth it. I've done 1 million videos on it. So I was trying to wait to see if Littlefoot was going to answer me and tell me again, but I guess I was right that his girls are real dogs. And if they are, that's pretty cool, man. That is pretty cool. But I got a few more questions to answer. Crime Way says, have you seen Ex Machina? Yes, I already did. You can check my videos, and you can see I did a review on Ex Machina. I saw it years ago. It was a great movie though, but you can check and see what I said on the review. The Screaming says, do I watch Boruto? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Right after I got through with Naruto, I started trying to watch Boruto, and the first couple of episodes was sort of hard for me to watch. And then somebody told me don't even waste my time on it, so I really stopped watching. Some told me to go back and look, but I never did. Somebody says, my buddy been trying to look for one of these. Hey, if he looking for one, come tell him to find my channel, look through the description of my video, and click on one of my links and do some research. Joy Diamond says, can you show us the feet on either of your ladies for those of us with the foot fetish? Do the toenails come polished? And if not, can we apply polish and ruin the dog and not ruin the dog? I wouldn't put polish on my dog's toenails. Like I said, because you could get that polish on the dog. It's really not necessary. If you're going to do something like that, I would just say replace the dog's toenails. You know what I'm saying? Just replace the whole toenail with a different one. And they can pretty much be peeled off to a certain degree. I wouldn't do it, honestly. I would just leave what comes on the dog. So it's best to order her with the right polish that you want to have on her. And if they ever came off, you can replace the toenails. But as far as a foot fetish, I'm not finna, you can see my girl's feet in this video, actually. But I'm not going to give you any close-ups on this video. Now, I do have a video where I did a review on the girl that's sitting on the bed. I did an actual review, an Iron Tech review. And, you can see you can see her body close up. Now it's not nothing explicit because I have her her private parts and her nipples and things of that nature. All of that is blocked out to make the video legitimate. But if you're just look at her hands and feet, you're gonna love that video because I show her hands and feet in that video. So you can go check out that video. It's an Iron Tech review video that I did. Littlefoot says, one more thing. Thank you for your show and how it allows many other lifestyles to join in. Thank you for not judging. Oh, yeah, most definite. I ain't finna judge no. Hey, look, here's the deal. LGBTQ, whatever you're into, I'm not judging you on, and you know, other people try to judge people. Look, that's not my job to judge people on what they doing in their bedrooms. You know, it's just an alternative lifestyle. And like I say, the truth is what I'm doing right now is an alternative type of a lifestyle. You know, it's an alternative to normal dating. And no, I'm not finna judge you. Now, it's only one thing I am concerned about, Foots, and that is everybody that's watching this show. I want to just send out good vibes to you, good bless to you, because I want your spirits to be good, healthy, and feeling good and happy, so you can be good and kind to those around you. That's the only thing I'm concerned with. What you doing in your bedrooms and stuff, I'm definitely not here to judge you and belittle you. Like you said, I'm here to help you. And if you're here to just watch me to be entertained, that's cool. If you're here to watch me be educated on something, that's cool. You know, and whatever you do in your privacy, your home or whatever, guess what? I'm not finna be judging you on that. Crime says, what brand of dogs have the most detailed feet? I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a question I still don't fully know. I do have a couple of ideas, but I don't really quite know yet because I haven't touched every dog with my own hands. And it depends on what you want also. But I know RealDoll does have great feet. They have great, and you can buy a pair of feet from RealDoll just separate from the dog. So I think that's actually cool. But I do have another company that I've been dying to get to that I still haven't gotten to yet. That I was going to talk about them this week until I realized I had these RealDoll shows to do. But I'm finna get out here in a second. But it's this company that I'm going to talk about next week that for me, it's one of the companies that rivals RealDoll. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the true companies that really rivals RealDoll. It's a company, it's two companies that I really want to talk about that I'm really interested in. But we'll save that for next week. So let me see. Joy Diamond says they're replaceable. Nice. Oh, yeah, the fingernails. Yeah, they're replaceable. Now, Littlefoot says, sadly, I have experienced homophobia in some parts of the dog community. Oh, yeah. I always say that, man, don't worry about that. You know, don't fight for acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when somebody talk bad about you, guess what? Hey, guess what? Let them talk bad about you. Don't define your happiness through them. You know, that's the problem with a lot of people, you know, just living an alternative lifestyle. They go out here trying to seek acceptance. Don't worry about seeking acceptance. Just live your life. If people don't like you, well, guess what? That's somebody you don't hang with. They want to talk about you. God bless them. You keep on rolling. Don't get caught up into the negativity. Escapegoat says, I love a part 3, Jay. Yeah, man, because I didn't get to almost half of the stuff I wanted to get to. It may end up being a part 4, honestly. No Contendo says, Jay, WM Doll's number 384 is fire. Probably so. I don't know which one that is off bat, but WM, I would give WM credit. They have a million great heads. So I give them credit on that. Escapegoat says, can their legs close a little bit to keep their modesty intact? Oh, yeah. Now, my girl's modesty is intact. You can't see anything. You know what I'm saying? You can't see anything. But if you're asking me if you can close your own girl's legs, if you were to get one of these girls, yes, they can close all the way up. Yes. True Freeman says, I would ride around my city in my Yukon with my beautiful doll in the past. Yes, man. I used to ride around the city with my girls, but my car broke down. I don't have a car anymore. So that's why I don't ride around or take my girls out on dates anymore. So for all of you new to the channel, I used to take my girls out all the time. Can't do that anymore today. When God blesses me with the money to get another vehicle, I would definitely resume going out with my girls, and you'll see that. But today I can't do it. Oh, Littlefoot says that's the answer. So, man, I'm amazed you got 2 real dolls, Littlefoot. I'm proud of you. I'm actually proud of you that you got 2 real dolls. You know what I'm saying? That's really. Hey, I wonder how tall they are. I am finna get out of here, but if you can answer before I get out of here, that'd be cool. How tall they are, you know, and things of that nature. I can't wait to talk to you a little bit more, Littlefoot. I'm gonna ask you this question. How tall are they? And do you keep them on the stand or in the bed or both? Crime Wave Corp says, I wish Jeffrey Dahmer had this option when he was younger. Man, you know, I just say don't put that off on the dog gang. You know, a lot of people try to say that they wish that serial killers or these or people that have done bad things, that children would have a doll instead. But you know what? That's not guaranteed that they wouldn't do what they did. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want people abusing dolls. You know, I don't want people doing negative things to dolls. Now, of course, if a human had to be hurt and it was between a human and a companion doll, of course, I wouldn't want the human to be hurt. I would rather somebody be doing something to a companion doll. But I just think it's unhealthy to enact any negative things with your doll or a human. So, you know, like if you have a doll, right, it's not illegal to beat her up, and nor would I want it to be, because that's just going too far. If somebody's beating the doll up in the privacy of their own home, I wouldn't want that to be illegal. You know what I'm saying? Because the doll isn't actually, even though, like I said, I love this life, it's not actually hurt. I wouldn't want somebody to be getting arrested for beating his own private doll up. But I wouldn't want somebody doing that and having that carry over to real life, because you get used to beating your doll up. Then I don't want you to go out in real life. Guess what? You may hit a human because what? You're used to beating your doll up. So I've had shows about this before where I don't like the fact that people try to arrest somebody for having a short doll or a doll that looks however it might look to somebody else. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you know, it's still not a human that they're doing it to. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with how they try to come down on certain people nowadays. I'm like, no, I might not agree with what people do, but at the end of the day, you shouldn't be putting human laws on synthetic companions. You shouldn't be doing that. So with all that said, it's a lot more to say on the subject. That's why I had to just stop myself there, because man, I'd be going for days on this stuff. Let's see. Escape Goat says, thanks for the education, Jay. Be well. Thank you, Escape Goat. True Freeman says, I'm 5'8", 155, and I want a 6-foot doll wearing heels. Boy, you a bad man. She gonna be super heavy, Freeman. I'm letting you know that now. Escape Goat says, True Freeman, I thought you said you were 5'7", 155. He didn't grew in a, he didn't, was that, I didn't know who was saying how tall they were earlier. I thought that was somebody else. Oh, True Freeman says that was 4 years ago. No Contendo says, send money to Jay's P.O. Box 90. Now, you don't want to send money to my P.O. Box. If you were ever to send me money, I have a Cash App and a PayPal link in the About section of my YouTube channel. You can always donate there. I do have a donation link in the description of my video. You can always donate there. You can donate here if you were to donate during a live stream on Super Chat or Super Sticker, or you can donate with the Super thanks on an individual video. So it's a lot of ways you can give if you were to choose to, but definitely don't send it in the P.O. box. And honestly, I need to investigate my P.O. box to see if it's still active, because it may not even be active anymore. So that was the last comment. So I want to thank everybody. We're right at the 2-hour mark, man. It's been a great show. So if you've been keeping up with everything, we will be having a part 3 on Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. Appreciate you. God bless you. Whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, believing for, me and the girls, pray that you have it. Just believe it and you will receive it. Thank you, man, for your support. If you're watching live or if you're watching later on, God bless you. We appreciate you. But as of right now, it's been me, J. King Hefner, the beautiful Cali Son, and the beautiful Mara Blade. We are out of here. See if I get any more comments before I go. Crime says, doll lives matter. Yeah. He said, what's the best lube to use with the doll? I'm not quite sure. I've never used it with my doll. But in my opinion, you should go with a water-based lubricant. And I would go with a gel of some sort myself. I would go with some sort of a gel of some sort. Or if not a gel, I'm going to be honest with you. You can't beat good old-fashioned, what is it? Oh, KY. You can't beat that, but get the water-based kind. Water-based. And for all of those that are using a condom with your girl, if you're looking to make love, make sure you're using a, what is it called? What kind of condom you supposed to be? A non-latex, I believe. Yeah, non-latex condom. I think you're supposed to use a non-latex. So make sure you're using some sort of a natural, I believe, condom when you're with your girl, or non-latex rather. That's what you're supposed to do. So watch out there. True Freeman says, great show. Joy Diamond says, thanks for doing this channel. You're helping a lot of people. Thank you, Joey. Crime says, how do you clean up after you make love? I have a show on that, Crime. Just go back and look through my shows, and you will find a show that literally says, I forgot the exact heading, but it says, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it right quick to tell you what it is. I did a live stream on it. I can tell you what that is before I go, just to help you out. I know I did a whole show on it. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot. It's got to go back. Oh man. I'm gonna see if I can find it right quick. Oh no. Look, I did so many shows. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I got a show called Cleaning Routine. Yep, cleaning routine. Silicone versus TPE. So if you want to find out how to clean your girl, Crime, go check out that shit. I mean, I didn't mean to curse, because I rarely ever do. But and I'm not gonna get in trouble on my channel, but I just don't like cursing. But it says, so yeah, once again, the video is cleaning routine, silicone versus TPE. And it's a live stream, so it's not a quick video. So I'm going to talk you through how to clean your girl on that video. Littlefoot says both their average height. I got the first thing I saw. Okay, badass. Crime says, thanks, bro. You a good dude. I appreciate all of you, man. Please check back in with me tomorrow for the power hour if you have time. And definitely come back for part 3 on Thursday. But until then, guys, we are getting the hell out of here. Have a great Tuesday. Love you, man. I appreciate the support. Me and the girls definitely appreciate it. We out of here. We out of here, y'all. Have a good one.